So before we start the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as it helps the channel grow. So, let's get into it. The Chicago Bulls just got blown out by the Milwaukee Bucks. They are now 0-16 against the top 3 teams in both conferences. In this video, I'm going to give y'all reasons why the Bulls are 0-16 against these top 3 teams. So, without further ado, let's get into it. What's up, guys? KT here, back at it with another video, back at it with another Bulls in-season discussion video. I usually don't do this, I usually don't recap games right after they ended, but this was embarrassing and I felt like this needed explaining. So I'm going to give y'all 3 reasons why the Bulls are 0-16 against these top 3 teams in both conferences. Let's start with the main thing. The big picture. The fact is that number one, the Bulls aren't playing any defense. They gave up 126 points. 126 points. You're not going to win many games when you give up 126 points. Their defense has definitely taken a turn for the worst late in the season. And, you know, part of that reason is guys being out for so long, but part of it is individual effort as well. Now, Alex Caruso has come back. Ayo Dosunmu is a good defender. Patrick Williams is back. But you can't expect them to guard everybody and communicate with everybody. And the main reason you're not a very good defensive team right now is that your stars aren't playing very good defense either. DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, granted they've never been really good defenders in their careers, but this is winning time now. And you gotta kind of, play some defense. Because teams have started to realize that, hey, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, and DeMar DeRozan, they don't play really good defense. Let's attack them. Especially Nikola Vucevic. Now, I'm gonna lay off Vucevic a little bit in this video because he actually played well. So I'm going to lay off him in this video. But I've been really critical of Nikola Vucevic, thinking he was the main reason why they weren't beating these teams. I'm a fool to think that. So the main reason you're not playing any defense, you can't expect Javonte Green to guard everybody. At some point, your stars have to step up and want to play defense. Stop letting Jrue Holiday back you down into the post and score 27 points on you. The easiest 27 points of his life. Jrue Holiday just killed the Bulls tonight. Giannis was just playing with the Bulls tonight. So there's been no defense being played, and that's a big issue, with the next reason probably being number 2, coaching has to play a big part of that reason. Okay. Billy Donovan. He's an okay coach. I think he's been a coach of the year a couple times. But his lack of adjustments on both offense and defense is mind-boggling. When you look at good teams and their coaches, they make adjustments. They don't play the same way the entire game. When you look at the Bulls, they play the same way the entire game. And part of that, and a lot of that, falls on Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan, as much as I like Billy Donovan, I watched him for 4 years in OKC. You want to know what all those teams had in common? They played the same way every single time. And once teams get used to that style of play, the isolation, the 2-man game, the lack of defense, good teams take advantage of that. And the lack of rebounding is also a big issue. And I don't know what Donovan is telling these guys to not go after the rebounds, but that's unacceptable. You're getting Giannis had 17 rebounds. He out-rebounded your entire team, basically. So the lack of adjustments, the way they play throughout the game, it works early in the game when they see you for the first time in the game and they know, their coach is going to make adjustments. coming into the third quarter. And that's usually what happens with the Chicago Bulls, is that Billy Donovan doesn't make any adjustments on offense and defense, and good teams just take advantage of that. Especially when the Bulls come out the same way on offense in the third quarter. The Bulls shot 42% for the game. You want to know what the Bucks shot? They shot 61%. 42% from three. That means you are playing no defense. That means you're not running any good offense. So that definitely falls on coaching. That you're not able to adjust to what the other team is doing, and that you're not able to adjust your offense to be able to score effectively and not have your players take bad shots. So that's reason number 2. But reason number 3, and I'm just going to go on the record and say this: you'd be a fool to believe that Billy Donovan is the only problem with this team. The main reason the Bulls are not beating these good teams, why they're 0-16, is that they show no effort whatsoever when they play these good teams. They look overmatched, they look scared, they look like they don't care. And part of that is on the players. Look, Billy Donovan can, even if he does draw up all the schemes on defense and offense, it's up to the players to go out there and execute it. See, it's different from football. It's much different from football. The coach draws up everything for the team in football. And while it is up to the players to go and, execute that stuff on the football field, at the same time, the coach has to be competent enough to draw it up and execute it as well. But in basketball, you can't make somebody play defense. You can't teach defense. Your players got to want to come out and play good defense. And you know what? The Bulls haven't been doing that. They haven't been rebounding. They've gotten out-rebounded again. I think the rebound discrepancy was like what? 56 to 32? So just overall effort on loose balls, the overall effort on offense and defense, it just looks like guys are just jacking up shots. Like they have no rhythm, no communication on defense. That's a big issue as well when you play these good teams. So you'd be a fool to believe that it's just Donovan's fault and, he's the main reason why the Bulls can't beat these good teams. At some point, your stars got to play better too, and they got to show more effort. To me, mainly the stars have to come out and show more effort. When other players see that their stars come out and show effort and show that they want to win, that inspires the rest of the team. That inspires your bench who did not play well tonight. That inspires your role players that come out with your stars. And let me just tell you, 10 of 23 and 6 of 16 for 21 points, 1 of 5 from 3-point range, and 4 of 7 from 3-point range is not going to cut it. 21 points is not going to cut it against these good teams, and that's why they haven't been competing with these good teams. So I felt like I would get on here and expose some of the things that are wrong with the Bulls. I think we all basically know what's wrong with them. I think I've gone over this in previous videos, but it's an equal thing with me. And they don't have a lot of dogs on this team that are battle tested and that have been deep into the playoffs or have even made a playoffs, to be honest. But good teams find a way regardless. Good teams find a way to beat good teams. Even some of the worst teams in the conference, and both conferences, have found a way to beat some of these good teams. And for you to be 0-16 against the top 3 teams in both conferences, in both the East and Western Conference, that's unacceptable to me. So that's all I wanted to come down here and do. I'm not going to hold y'all for any longer. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, hitting that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Follow me on social media, and I'm out. Peace.